So today I'm going to be going to pick up some seed starting shelves, seeds, and seed starting like trays and soil and all that stuff. Basically like a whole setup to start growing native plants from seed, because I guess like a little company in my neighborhood has started this thing called Blooming Boulevards, and you can volunteer to grow some seeds. They provide you with everything, and then you just return everything when you're done, and you get to keep, I think, 10% of the plants. I'm honestly just doing this for fun. I haven't really tried growing seeds with Growlights before, and I just don't have a lot of experience with Growlights in general, so I thought this would be kind of fun. I signed up for this in like last year, I think at the beginning of winter, and I didn't hear back until like now. But I guess since spring is coming, it's now all ready, and she got all the materials. So yeah, I would love to vlog and drive, but I need to use my phone for maps. So I'm going to just show when I pick up the stuff, and then when I get back and when I'm setting it up. Okay, I just got back from her house. Like, I'm outside her house right now. I just picked up all the stuff. There's a whole bunch of like plant materials, like she said like $500 worth of stuff, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm responsible and I can return it. Okay, I'm going to get started. Oh shoot, I have the emergency brakes. Whoa. Okay. So, as I was saying, I just think it's super awesome that someone, let me turn off my hazards. Someone in my city like put this together. I just think that's super awesome, super cool. And yeah, she went to the effort of sourcing all these materials and making it a project that like people could just pick up, try it out, try growing like native plants, and then we also get the opportunity to keep some if we want. I think some of them that I got was like, yeah, so everyone got different native seeds, but the ones I got were black-eyed Susan, coneflower, pussy toes, which she said is new, like they haven't given that in previous years. And then there was one more, it was like another common, oh, coreopsis. Yeah, so some of these might be familiar if you've ever like grown just like basic perennials outside in the garden, but like these, the difference, that's why I told her, I was like, oh, I have that. She was like, no, but you don't have it, because this is like native coreopsis, not like the hybrid perennials that you usually get at the garden center. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so there is definitely a difference. Yeah, and then they're gonna have a Zoom call, like I think it's next Sunday. Today's Saturday, but it's gonna be next Sunday, I believe. Try not to get into a car crash. Okay, not bad. So she's in Port Credit, which is like, I'd say 17 minutes away from where I live, and it was like not too bad of a drive. It's probably way closer, it's just like the traffic and there's construction, but yeah, it's like not too bad. I've definitely been in this area, I just haven't been in that hood. But yeah, I'm just excited to try this out because I can test out Growlights and seed starting, and honestly like native plants too. I've really been wanting to work with native plants, but now I have an opportunity to try all this stuff out, and I don't have to like commit, like you know, like I don't have to buy a 5-tier shelf, and I don't have to buy like 8 Growlights. I don't know how many she gave, I believe it's 8. And then if I like using Growlights and I like using shelves, like even for my houseplants, if I think that that's something I want to do more of in the future besides seed starting, then now I have experience with that and I know how it works. I almost ran a red light. I'm at Dundas. Literally the traffic is crazy. I wish you could see in front. There's like people jumping in and out of the lane, and I feel like I'm gonna crash, but I'm gonna try not to. First things first is driving so I don't die. Second is vlogging. Literally almost just jumped in my lane. That was scary. I need to get a dash cam. I'm in another high high traffic area. So, and like on top of this, it's construction. So we're gonna try not to die. Do I have to turn left here? There's like a really long line for the left turning lane, and I can easily just go, but I don't know if it... Shoot, did I just miss it? I just missed a left turn in the advanced screen because I'm still in the regular lane. Am I dumb? Oh shoot, okay. I guess we're taking a little detour. No, I just pushed myself left, so. Okay, we're doing it, we're doing it. Okay, we did that. Almost got hit by a car, but we didn't. Oh shoot, that is some bright sun. Okay, we're good. Why does driving always have to be dramatic? Someone's looking at me, like, because I'm taking a video of myself. Why is there so many cars? Like, they've been doing construction here, like downtown Mississauga. They've been doing construction for, honestly, before, like, way before COVID. I'd say like a few years before COVID, they're constantly making new buildings, and so they're working on like the road, and they're working on like a whole bunch of stuff at once. And then of course with COVID it slowed things down, and then now it's winter, and then with winter that slows down construction. And they're building a lot of apartment buildings, and that's like gonna cause a whole bunch of people to move, right? So now there's like barely 2 lanes full of construction and a lot of people with cars. And like in this area they're building all like residential buildings because, I don't know, big corporate buildings will be downtown Toronto. So there's like a whole bunch of, and I mean like a whole bunch, like a few years ago there was like, I'd say like 10 to 20, and now there's like, I swear there's over 50 residential like apartment buildings when you're in a rush, and there's like 2 lanes for the construction, so many people. But other than that, I really do like a lot of traffic. I like busy stuff. I like downtown areas. It's just like fun. And whoa, someone just jumped 3 freaking lanes right in front of me. And they made a U-turn. They're literally asking me to die. Not as bad as California though. Literally on the way to school, there was probably, I'd say we almost got into a crash at least several times a day. People don't know how to drive there. Like, I am so sorry, but people don't know how to drive there. Ontario though has like the safest roads in all of North America, I believe. Wait, was that a lie? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere, but besides Brampton, we're pretty good drivers overall. So that 3 jumping lane was nothing. I haven't used my horn in like a few weeks maybe, but in California I used it every single day without fail. Like, it is like so many close calls, and like it's crazy because we're in winter right now, and like people can still drive safer. So that's the one thing I like about Ontario, besides the fact that it's freezing cold. I can't live here. Like, I can't deal with this anymore. It's only -6, and it was so cold today, and like that's nothing. Like, we get down to like -20, -25, and that's why I like literally don't leave the house unless I have to go pick up something, or like I want to go pick up something. But like in summer I'll be going out every day, like just for stuff. In winter I'll make excuses and be like, I don't feel like it, and then I become pale. Like this summer I got like this summer I was like way darker, but in winter I get like a ghostly ghostly, sickly color. It doesn't work on me. We have 3 cars in our driveway at the moment, so my parents decided to park on the neighbor's side, and that's where I parked. And let me take out my phone. Here's a little sneak peek of the stuff. I'll show everything and unbox it kind of like inside, so yeah. Let me turn on the car. The neighbors luckily don't have a car on this side, so they don't mind. It is so cold. Gosh. Literally, this is what I have to deal with. I don't want to like show my location though. Okay, so the first thing I got is this 5-level shelf. And there's a cool like booklet. And it's all like just instructions on how you're supposed to set everything up. So I'm gonna get started on the shelf first. Okay, so now that I've set up the shelves, I'll show some of the stuff that I got with it. So first I got 8 Growlights, a whole bunch of seed starting trays. There is some soil in there to start the seeds with, and then everything that you see on here is in this bucket. So there's 3 packs of biodegradable cups to start seeds, as well as the trays. There is a sprayer to keep the seeds moist, chains to hang up the lights, a timer so that the lights can turn on and off automatically, a power bar so that you can plug in all of the grow lights, some fertilizer for the seedlings, and then some name tags for the seeds. And then this bucket is just for moistening the soil. There's also a whole bunch of seeds that are pre-moistened, and she gave them in a Ziploc bag. I kept them in my fridge. I will be showing that later. So for now, we're going to start setting up the grow lights. So it looks like these are 24-watt grow lights, and you have to put 2 of them for each of the shelves. And we're just gonna start opening it. So this is all the stuff. There's like this box with wires in it, instructions, clips, and then the actual grow light. And they're kind of like little fluorescent tubes, and you can just easily twist it and then take out the bulb, which is kind of cool. And then you can just put it back and then twist it closed. Okay, so it was a little bit of work to figure out how to set the lights. I just did it off camera. What I ended up doing was getting some paper clips, and I kept the... It's hard to see, it's hard to focus, but I kept the clips that have like the oval thing on it, and I just strung paper clips through, suspended the lights. They are kind of low, but that's kind of what it showed in the photo, because I guess the seed trays, it needs to be close to the seeds so they don't become leggy. And I'm just going to continue all the way down. I have not installed the timer as yet, but I did plug them into the power bar just to start looking at what it's going to end up like, but that's pretty much it. So I'm halfway done. Yeah, so I didn't have enough room in my own room, so I'm in my sister's room. She does work right on her desk across from this, and hopefully these are not too bright, because they are pretty bright when you look at them. But yeah, I just strung it through the kind of holes at the top of the shelf, and then paper clip, and then the top of the lamp. It is pretty simple. I guess if you're watching this and you're trying to use grow lights for your seeds, you would just follow the directions on how to set up the grow lights that you buy. Now I'm going to try out the timer. So I think you turn this to whatever time it is now. It's a little weird. Oh wait, it's actually 9 in the morning, so. Okay, so it's 9 in the morning and I set it to 9. I believe that means that it stays on, and then by the time it reaches the night, which is like 7, and then I think it shuts off at 7. And then I just realized you have to, when they're pushed down, that means it will be off, so you need to push the ones up that you want the timer to turn off at. So I want it to turn off at night, maybe at 11 p.m. So put these ones down, and then starting at 11, I'm going to turn all of those up. And then it can turn on at, let's do 7. Okay. So it'll be off for the buttons that are pushed up, and then it'll be on for the buttons that are pushed down. And then you also want to make sure that the top of it is switched to a timer, and then I think the I means that it's just like using the outlet when you turn it on and off manually. So yeah, so this was, you set it to the time it is now, and then it moves this way. So it'll continue throughout the day today by turning this way, and then once it reaches 11, it should turn off. So now I'm just going to plug it in like that. Okay, so I'm going to take the power bar and plug it in. Right, and you can see that it has kept the lights on because it is in the day. If it doesn't make sense, here's a little printout of the instructions, but I found it more helpful to just figure it out on my own. And then here it also says, it gives a few instructions. So next we need to, I believe we're just gonna start planting next. Yeah, they don't really give instructions on how to plant, but during the Zoom call, they did. I do have the recording of the Zoom as well.
Refrigerator, not the freezer, okay? In the fridge. Keep them in the refrigerator, and you'll...
That just reminded me that I haven't shown the seeds as yet. Okay, so this is my fridge. I keep all like my snacks and stuff here. It's just under one of my plant tables. And yeah, these are the seeds that they gave, and I think it's definitely time to start planting them, but they do have to be kept in the fridge, so once I have the soil ready, I will be planting those. So I have kept the soil on the top shelf. I'm just gonna put that there. Yeah, it's in here, and I need to use this bucket to moisten the soil because it should be pretty dry. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, that kind of texture, and I've gotten about that much so far. I might need to moisten more, but for now I'm going to start with this and try to make it look a little bit darker brown, but I also don't want to add too much water. So we're going to go get this moistened. And I think I did add the perfect amount because it's still fluffy, but it's also moist. And then I'm just going to grab one of these seed starting trays. Yeah, I definitely think I might need to get a little bit more soil. So I'm supposed to lightly heat the soil, kind of like this, and then not press it down. I have to tap it on the table, but not press down the soil. Okay, and I got pretty much enough soil in. I will actually need to moisten more for when I do the next tray, but I did also lightly tamp it. So now I just need to get some water and mist the soil once again. Okay, so I am ready to start sowing the seeds. I'm not sure which one I want to do first. So we have gray-headed coneflower, pussy pose, lanceleaf coreopsis, and black-eyed Susan. You know, these seeds look pretty tiny, so I don't know if it's going to be hard to sow them all, but I'm going to start with black-eyed Susan, I think, just because. Yeah, so I opened the coffee filter that she spreaded the seeds in, and it looks pretty difficult to get all these seeds out. So she did actually recommend that I let the filters just dry out for a few minutes and then it'll be easier to get the seeds in. But what I've been doing is just holding it and then using a pencil and just knocking off the seeds. So I'm going to fill, since there's 4 different types and I'm supposed to be starting 2 trays, I'm going to just use all these seeds for half of 1 tray, and I'll have a lot of extras, but then we're gonna thin it out. Okay, that took quite a while, but I managed to get all the little seeds in. So I tried my best to put 3 per cell, but they were just super tiny. I hope I evenly distributed them. And I finished the Pussy Toes and the Black-Eyed Susan. I'm just gonna get 1 more tray ready with the last 2 types of native seeds, and then I'll show you the finished product. But I also need to add a layer of soil on top. So you're supposed to put a very thin layer of soil. It's gonna be hard to do on camera, but you just need to like sprinkle it thin. She recommended to sift it, but honestly, I don't really have time for that. So just a thin layer on top, and then spray them once more and put the cover on, and then leave them under the grow lights. Okay, and I have all the seeds planted. This is what it looks like so far. So they are going to take a little bit of time to germinate, and then I still have a few other seeds eventually that I need to plant as well. So I will be doing a part 2 since it'll be a while before there's another update. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2, but this is what we have done so far, and I can't wait to see how this turns out.